Big 12 today here on Big 12 Radio. Exclusively on TuneIn. Tomorrow we've got Arizona at Houston right here on Big 12 Radio. You can listen to that one. Close line on that one. You're watching us via Big 12 Studios, the Big 12 Fast Channel. This is the Big 12 Conference. This is a different league. He's Ari Timken. I'm James Westling. Taman Turner chimes in during this Pick'em segment. We're picking the games. We've been on a heater as of late. What are the standings?
Oh, sorry. You were looking for me.
I was. There he is.
Standings.
That's why I brought the basketball. Throw it at you.
Ari is 21-14.
Okay.
James is 21-14. Storme is 12-24.
Okay.
Does that sound right to you?
That feels right.
Okay, good.
21-14 we are.
Why we left it up to me to calculate the standings every week is beyond me. I mean, I could barely walk and chew gum at the same time, okay?
Taman, you might need to take that over.
Not might. There's no might about it.
It's a pretty important role.
If you want these standings to be accurate, to accurately reflect our every week pick'ems, we're going to need somebody that's not me to do it.
Well, Storme has somehow picked an extra game because he picks Oklahoma State, whether it's on the rundown or not. You and I, 21-14. That feels right. 35 games. Off to a pretty good start, though. We had some 5-0 weeks and then 0-5, and then since then we've been above 500. All right, Taman, take us through the games we are picking this week.
Starting off, Cincinnati at Oklahoma State.
You've pointed to me. The line is plus 22.5 for Oklahoma State, the home team here. Feels like a lot of points, but this is a Oklahoma State team that is dreadful. And I think a Cincinnati offense that's looking to prove itself yet again after a down week last week at UCF. Though 22.5 points, a lot to cover on the road, give me Cincinnati minus 22.5. I will eat those points.
Okay. I like Oklahoma State. I know Houston beat them 39-17 to cover the 21-point spread. I think Cincinnati builds a big lead, and then I think they sit on the ball, just like they did against UCF. They won 20-11. They were ahead 20-3 most of the game. I think Sorsby attempts anywhere from 15 to 20 passes. Maybe they're up 28-0 at halftime, but then Oklahoma State with a backdoor cover. I think Oklahoma State's going to be inspired by the no-shirt sensation in Section 215. I'm going with Oklahoma State to cover the 22.5. Storme?
What's going on, James? James and Ari. All right, another week of college football and another week where Oklahoma State is going to suck. I hope not. Maybe they wake up and turn this entire season around. But they're giving them 22.5 points against Cincinnati. Who wouldn't take that? They are not going to lose by that much. They can't. They won't. Please? I'm taking OSU, 22.5.
Storme Warren from the Big 615 joins us each and every week to make his picks. So you like Cincinnati, I like Oklahoma State. Taman, what's up next?
Texas Tech at Arizona State.
Tech's offense has been extremely explosive. Arizona State was just bludgeoned by Utah's ground game and faces another balanced attack here. So pick your poison. The status of Barrett Morton, does that matter much? With that being said, though, give me Arizona State plus 12.5 as a road dog here, as a home dog here. With Sam Leavitt returning, I expect the defense to play considerably better. I think Tech wins this game, but it'll be by closer than that. Now, remember, Tech has not won a game by less than 24 points so far this year. But I think this is it.
And remember, we take these lines from essentially where they open. We have to have our picks to Storme early in the week so he can do his deep dive day after day research on all these programs. So we've got it at 12.5. The line has moved all the way down to 7.5. With all the injury news, with Sam Leavitt, with Baron Morton, he's questionable. Leavitt's probably going to play. I just think that 12.5 point line that was early in the week is way too steep. I'm banking on Arizona State's resilience, the home crowd, the noise environment there, and then that injury drag. I think Sam Leavitt does enough to keep Arizona State in this football game. 12.5 is a lot of points, even for Texas Tech. So I like Arizona State as well.
Texas Tech at Arizona State, plus 12.5 for Arizona State. Texas Tech, can I make a bold prediction? Texas Tech may not only win the Big 12, they may be in a huge position to make a gigantic run deep into the playoffs. I told my son that they would actually win the Natty. I'm backing down off that. But I think Texas Tech is one of the strongest teams out there right now. They're blowing me away. Texas Tech wins this thing huge against Arizona State.
Backing down from Texas Tech being a national championship contender or winner, I'm ramping up. I look at the other teams like an Oregon losing to Indiana. I watch Ohio State. I watch some of these other programs, Miami. I think Texas Tech is very much going to be in the mix. All right, what's up next?
The Holy War, BYU and Utah.
It's really interesting, right? You look at this line, you're thinking, why is Utah favored when BYU is undefeated? Utah has the one loss to the best team they played all year, and this game's in Provo. Anytime I want to lean into a line and be like, oh, man, I'm taking BYU all day as the home dog, give me Utah to cover. Anytime I see a weird line like that, I want to go against my initial thought. And there's just something weird about that line. It's almost as if Vegas really wants you to bet BYU with Utah being a 3.5-point favorite. Look, I think Devin Dampier, his experience level, is he a great thrower of the football down the field? No. But Bachmeier has more opportunities, I think, for mistakes because he's a true freshman quarterback, and they are going to give him more opportunities to make mistakes down the field because they trust him with the offense. Give me Utah to cover 3.5 points in Provo.
Okay. We've got some Big 12 today and Big 12 Studios discrepancies this week. I like BYU. The hook scares me here, the 3.5. I think this is a field goal game either way. I know Bear Bachmeier is a true freshman, but I lean more on him getting the ball to his receivers, Chase Roberts, Parker Kingston, the tight end Ryan, I think could be poised for a breakout game. And Utah's had trouble tackling in the secondary, which L.J. Martin is a beast. I think BYU is going to try and win this football game with Bear Bachmeier attempting less than 20 passes. It's going to be super low scoring. BYU is 6-3 against the spread. The last 9 times that they've been a home underdog, I think they cover the spread here. If Utah wins this game, I think it's by a field goal or less. So I'm taking the Lavelle Edwards edge in Provo. Give me BYU.
BYU at Utah. This is a tough one. At Utah, the holy game. BYU at Utah. I'm going to take the Cougars. BYU. It's only 3.5. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Stormy's with me. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Taman, what's the next game?
Baylor at TCU.
I'm going to fade the public in this one and take Baylor plus 2.5. 69% of the picks are on TCU. And the public is riding the Frogs, so I'm fading the public here. Give me Baylor plus 2.5.
Yeah, I like Baylor as well. I think I keep going back to last year, and this was the week where they turned their season around. And I have seen signs that they're capable of doing that again with Bryson Washington, with Sawyer Robertson. I think the defense is just a few tweaks away from being significantly better. They've been decimated by explosives, and TCU is a very explosive offense. But I don't know that TCU will have enough to keep up with a Baylor offense that I just think could be unstoppable in this game. They hung 59 on the board this same week a year ago, off a bye week. They're off a bye week this year. I think they've cleaned some things up, and all of a sudden, if they win this game, they're 3-1 in Big 12 play. They're 5-2, and their season looks very, very different. I'm taking Baylor on the road.
Baylor at TCU. TCU giving up 2.5 points to Baylor. It's not going to be enough. TCU takes Baylor. TCU takes Baylor.
He says, one more game to get to. Who do we have, Taman?
Arizona at Houston.
Okay.
65% of the bets are on Houston, but only 27% of the money. So the smart money is on Arizona to win this game. Smart money, I suppose. Feels like Arizona is the better team, and they're getting a 1.5 on the road. But I don't know. It's weird because it feels like Arizona is the better team, but I don't know why. Why does it feel like that? Arizona has a higher ceiling. Houston is just more consistent. Give me Arizona plus 1.5. This is a coin flip for me.
Okay. I'm all over Houston in this game, not just because I'm wearing my Houston Cougars t-shirt today on a casual Friday, but because their defense, I think, is much better than people give them credit for. They're top 20 analytically. They've got a top 15 passing defense. They have the leading tackler among all defensive linemen in the entire country in Carlos Allen. I think he makes life very difficult for Noah Fafita in this game. Arizona's just 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 road games, and I think there could be
good call.
An emotional letdown, hangover type thing going on for Arizona after that gut-wrenching loss to BYU. Meanwhile, Houston is trending up. They're quietly 5-1. Connor Wegman has put together a really nice season. He's going to have a big game for the Cougars, but I think at home, I think they get it done against Arizona and move to what would be 6-1 this season if Houston gets the dub.
Wildcats at Houston. Wildcats at Houston. This is a toss-up. This is a coin flip. I have no idea who to pick in this game, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick for the homers. Houston. No basis on it whatsoever other than it's a coin flip and Houston's at home. So that's it, guys. As always, go Pokes. Wish us luck for a long, slow, painful rebuild.
Thank you, Stormy. That is Stormy Warren from the Big 615. It's flight tracker season in Stillwater.
And?
So flight landing in Gainesville, Georgia today, which is just outside of Atlanta. Zach Robinson's the offensive coordinator for the Falcons. I don't know. Could be a coincidence. I'm not sure. It could. Let's circle back.
They really have to fly Zach Robinson in? Like, hey, yeah, you remember me. I used to be your quarterback.
I think Oklahoma State's flying to him.
Got it. Yep. Yeah, don't come to me.
Bringing
we'll
in
come
the
to
closers.
That's right.